When I sat down to play this chess game, I thought I was playing a 1700, and I thought that this game would be easy. However, the game would turn out very differently from how I thought it would, and I would very quickly realize just how strong this girl was. I was playing round 5 of a huge blitz tournament in Menorca, Spain. I had just lost against the Grandmaster, and I truly thought that now would be an easier game. We shook hands and smiled, and then I started the game. I played 1d4 like always, and she replied knight f6. I went c4 and she played e6. I wanted to avoid the Nimso Indian, so I decided to play knight f3 instead of knight c3. She played d5 and I simply developed my other knight, feeling very confident. She played bishop e7, and so I decided to just place my bishop on f4. These were all very simple development moves. She developed her knight, and I was just thinking, where do I go with my bishop? It's the last piece I haven't developed, so I have to develop it. She took on c4 and I took back, and then she played b6. She wanted to fianchetto her light squared bishop so that it would become a monster on this diagonal. I could tell that she was playing very fast and confidently, and I quickly felt like she was not playing at the level of 1700. I went rook c1, and she just developed her bishop. Also, if you're hearing my voice cracking, it's because I am slightly sick right now. And this is how my sick voice sounds. She played c5, asking me, am I gonna stay with the pawn? Am I gonna push it? What am I gonna do with my center? I went knight b5 because I wanted to threaten a few things. Maybe go knight d6, maybe go bishop c7, maybe go knight c7. I thought that the knight was very well placed there. She played knight e4, centralizing her knight and also preventing me from playing knight d6, and I quickly realized that that move was very annoying. So I ended up going knight d2 to try to trade my knight for hers, because I didn't want her knight there. It's always fascinating thinking how we are hundreds of people in one room, but the only thing that you can hear is the sound of clocks. I always find that fascinating with chess tournaments. She played a6, threatening my knight, and the question was now, where do I go with it? I ended up going knight c7, which I don't understand why I did, but I think that I was just underestimating her. But looking back at this, I would never place my knight on a square where he cannot retreat or go back anywhere. I should definitely in that previous position have played knight c3. However, I didn't think she was going to play rook a7 because the rook looked very strange over there and I wanted to take that a6 pawn. I was thinking now about how do I get my knight out of there. My knight is not in a good position. My time started ticking, and I now had less than 1 minute left on the clock. I could feel the pressure here. And I thought that she was just 1700, so I really did not want to lose against her. I ended up capturing on e6, thinking that this would be the best way out because my knight was anyways trapped over there. And I would be getting 2 pawns in exchange for 2 pieces. She played queen e8, and then I captured the rook. I once again don't think I would have played all of this if I didn't think she was 1700, but I was completely blinded by her rating. She took on f8, and I now had to consider where to go. I went knight c4. I thought that now I will at least have some good movement for my pieces. And even though the position looks very strange, it's actually around equal. But now she played queen f5. And I was thinking, can I go queen b3? I ended up going f3, threatening the knight because I wanted to get some center. She moved back the knight. I really wanted to push my e-pawn, but I couldn't because my bishop would be hanging then. I had 20 seconds left. I had to make a decision. I played bishop g3 to threaten to go e4, but I now allowed her to take my pawn. I was just trying to play fast here. She played b5, threatening my knight. I went knight e5, centralizing it. She took. I took back with the bishop. I think I should have taken back with the pawn. She went knight d5, queen b3, pinning the knight. Queen f7, unpinning herself. If she didn't do that move and let the king be pinned, I was threatening rook c7. But now I went rook e1. She threatened my rook. I went rook c5. Putting some pressure on the knight. She retreated with her rook. I thought that my position was completely fine. I played f4. She attacked my rook. I went back. I wanted to maybe double up my rooks. I was just playing with 3 seconds left on the clock. Bishop f6. I traded. Queen takes. I went check. We traded rooks. I went back defending the pawn on d4. She threatened my rook. I attacked her queen and her knight, thinking I was doing completely fine over here. She went back defending. I pushed my pawn. Her time was also ticking. I played queen h3 to threaten the pawn on h7. Everything I wanted now was to infiltrate. I was kind of moving around, trying to keep the pressure. I was trying to find some form of entrance. But then the mistake happened where I blundered my rook when I had a few seconds left. And I was just incredibly sad. I couldn't believe that I had blundered like this after so long of trying to keep the pressure. I should probably just have traded queens, but I really just wanted to play for the win. And what I didn't know was that this girl was actually rated 2100 in FIDE rating, and she would actually end up getting a Women International Master or Women Grandmaster norm in the main tournament. So this girl was obviously a lot better than 1700, and let this be a lesson for never underestimating your opponents, no matter what rating they are. Now, it's time for me to try to get a Women International Master norm. And also to stop being sick. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one.